like to start off talking about energy management. I think it's a topic that doesn't get nearly enough attention from most trainers and owners. Here's the concept, okay? I tell clients all the time, anytime you got a hunting dog that doesn't get to hunt, you're going to have big problems unless you give that dog another outlet for that energy. Because that energy doesn't go away over time if he doesn't have adequate outlet for it, okay? It just builds up and builds up over time, and then it comes out in stressful or excitable situations. And it can come out in a million different ways. It can come out as barking all day long, or digging up your yard, or chewing up your house, or fear or aggression toward other people or dogs. But it'll find a way out. From this perspective, and I realize this is an extreme view, but there's some merit to looking at your situation from this perspective. From this perspective, if your dog isn't getting adequate physical and mental stimulation on a daily basis, what you have going on may not be a training issue at all. It may be an energy management issue. Okay? It's not a matter of getting your dog to calm down when somebody new comes into your house and he's jumping all over them. First and foremost, it's probably a matter of giving your dog other outlets for the energy he's putting into these destructive behaviors. Then it becomes a reasonable expectation to change those behaviors. Right now, it may not be. You may be asking your dog to do something he's not capable of doing. I'm not saying there's nothing you can do to change behavior. Quite the opposite. There's all kinds of things I can show you guys to do to change any behavior your dog has. What I'm suggesting here is that if your dog isn't getting adequate physical and mental stimulation on a daily basis, that you wouldn't want to focus on changing behavior right at that point, even if you could. Because let's just say, for the sake of argument, I'm going to pick on a new dog here. Your dog's name?
Rambo.
Rambo. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that I put a shock collar on Rambo and I get him to stop jumping on everybody that walks in the house, or dragging me down the street, or peeing in the house, or whatever he's doing. Okay. The problem is you're treating the symptom and not the underlying problem. Okay. He still has all the pent-up energy. You've just taken away the only outlet he had for it. You're basically trying to train Rambo not to be a dog. And you never end up with a well-adjusted dog when you do that. So job number one, if you guys want your dogs to be well-adjusted, well-behaved, listen to you, not drag you down the street, walk behind you on a loose leash, not exhibit fear or aggression toward other people or dogs. Job number one is you got to make sure your dog gets challenged physically and mentally on a daily basis. And by far, the best way for your dog to get energy out is for him to run full speed and chase other dogs and be chased by other dogs. And it has to be dogs he doesn't know. Even if you have 10 dogs in a 10-acre yard and they run all day, it won't make a lick of difference. Because very quickly, two dogs that live together figure out how each other plays. And those other dogs can't challenge Rambo in the way he needs to be challenged. When he's around dogs he doesn't know, like at the dog park or dog daycare, he has to learn how to read their social cues and respond. And some of those dogs don't know how to play. So he has to figure out if they're playing or being aggressive, and that uses a lot of brain power. It's like playing a long game of chess while you're running up a hill. There's no substitute for that. It's like hunting would be for a hunting dog, or herding for a herding dog. Even if you went for an hour bike ride every day with Rambo, or run every day, which you don't want to do till he's well over 18 months old, while his joints are still developing. It's not a good, that constant pounding is not good for his bones and joints, okay? But even if you went for an hour bike ride every day, he might come home and plop down for 20 minutes, maybe even an hour. You go to the off-leash dog park or daycare for an hour, once he's comfortable enough to run and chase and play the whole time, I guarantee you he's going to come home and plop down for 4 hours and won't move. It tires him out on multiple levels, because it's not just physical, like running or riding a bike would be. It's physical and mental at the same time. That's 10 times more effective. A couple other ways to look at this energy management piece, okay? If you have a puppy that's bouncing off the walls with pent-up energy, you can't even get their attention, yet alone get them to listen to you, okay? Here's another way to look at it. When you got a working breed dog that doesn't have a job, his job becomes getting his way. And he will wear you out and win every single battle. You're going to tell him 50 times to get off the couch or not jump on your guest, and the 51st time you're going to say, oh, forget it, and lock him in a crate or leave. Okay? He will wear you out and win every time. Once you start giving him other outlets for the energy he's putting in the defying you, that tilts the odds in your favor. That levels the playing field. Then it becomes a reasonable expectation to change the behavior.